Money, power, respect. What you need in life. Money, power, respect. It's the key to life. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. You'll see the light. Got you eating right. Yeah, man. First you get the money, then you get the power. After that comes the respect. That's what they say, right? But I always say self respect, money, and the power. That's the only respect there really is, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to the Locks, celebrating 25 years of musical dominance, you know what I'm saying? The album went platinum 25 years ago. They had DMX on the remix. This shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? I see Styles P put up a tweet, or the Locks put up a tweet, 25 years of loyalty and trust, you know what I'm saying? So think about that. These cats been loyal to each other for 25 plus years, you know what I'm saying? And still going strong and still going hard for each other. You know what I mean? You don't really get that as much anymore, you know what I'm saying? Except for Michael's real in the physio. But you know what I'm saying? It's like 25 years in the rap game like that. The same clique is damn near unheard of. Not even Wu Tang lasted that long. You know what I'm saying? They had their bickering back and forth, this and that and the other. But Wu Tang was a larger group. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to get caught up like that. But I say that to say, shout out to Locks, man. Respect for bringing us some jewels, hard ass G raps. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell y'all my thoughts on the whole Locks J Hood situation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like J Hood was clout chasing from the jump to get his little podcast thing going on, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? You could do that. Tell your story. Go on math. Tell your story and all that. But you ain't have to really throw them under the bus like that, making it seem like D Block doesn't do good business and all that. It didn't do good business for you, because at the end of the day, they got you the deal, bro. They got you the deal coming from the perspective of, yeah, you the little homie. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get you a deal, but you gotta come hard. Like Dipset when they had Jewels. And Jewels had a little problems with Cameron or whatnot about contracts and all that. But Jewels never threw Cameron under the bus or nothing like that. Because, Killer was his homeboy, his big homie, So it was that same dynamic, you know what I'm saying, of all these crews putting on younger cats or other cats from different cities or whatnot. So Dipset basically had the youngest cat in Jewels, you know what I'm saying? So Jewels was like their artist they put on, you know what I'm saying? Because they structured Dipset song like a gang, you know what I'm saying? Where Cameron was the boss, so to speak, the godfather. Then you had Jewels, like like the foot soldier, you know what I'm saying? Jim Jones was the capo, you know what I'm saying? So it was the same thing with the Locks and J Hood, you know what I'm saying? J Hood was the soldier, The Locks was the camp, and they created D Block. Now, I'm not saying that J Hood wasn't there at the inception of D Block, but I don't think that was the only member of D Block at that time. I think Willie was there. Willie might have came a little bit later. Then you had another one there, the short one that got locked up. He got a life sentence, man. So it's a lot of bullshit that went down, you know. Little D Block thing, you know, because they were in the streets still, you know. And, you know, when you're dealing with the streets, you got to deal with a whole bunch of politics and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Which is customary in anything you do. Wherever there's going to be a culture, there's going to be politics. I just got to remember that, you know what I'm saying? And always keep it a buck, you know what I'm saying? So I always looked at that like some type of, it was like a marketing ploy, you know what I'm saying? Get the young nigga, put the young nigga on. But you weren't really an artist to say like, yo, you were try testing and true. Niggas got you off the block and they were telling you, yo, make some hits, man. That Tales from the Hood was supposed to come out and all that, but were you really in the studio like that trying to make hits? Like Jewels and them was? And Banks and all that? You ain't gonna turn around and say that the Locks was so messed up to you that you couldn't even like sit down and reason with them about your contract. You just went straight to G Unit. Niggas there was beefing with at the time, dragging their chains and all that. Like where they do that at? How is that loyalty? That ain't no loyalty, little nigga. You know what I'm saying? So they was kind of right to like let you go, man. Let you go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at that. Now you saying 20 years later they owed you money, they took money from the thing. Well, if you didn't hear it from them, you shouldn't have been speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't really get the information firsthand, you shouldn't have been speaking on it. That's what that white man likes to do too, divide and conquer us brothers. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to say is that's some disloyal shit for you to just drag the chain in the middle of a beef and expect niggas to fuck with you like that. Niggas just had your back all through your childhood, you know what I'm saying? Coming up as a youngin', all that other shit, you know? So, J Hood, man, there's a lot you need to worry about, man. Cause you dealing with a lot of bullshit. And you want to make all these little clips about the Locks, this and that and the other. I get it, you trying to recoup on that 60 G's, but yo, my G, you should have just came through and said, yo, my bad, I effed up. That was 20 years ago, you know. I shouldn't have did that disloyal shit and kept it pushing, you know. But it's like you let Matt probe you into saying some controversial shit just for clicks and likes and all that, trying to tarnish a great groups, one of the greatest groups, I might add, the realest ones, image in front of the public. When you did that to your damn self, fucking with G Unit. Cause 50 ain't gonna come to your aid and say, yeah, them niggas are screwing him over, and he came over to us because he was in a bad situation and blah blah blah, and wanted to help him out. 50 ain't gonna say that now. You know what I'm saying? Cause you didn't even get to go to the meeting. So if y'all was on some gang, G Unit, Dipset, D Block, gang type of shit with y'all business, of course y'all gonna end up treating it like a gang. You know what I'm saying? That's why people say all this shit about Puffy, but Puffy always treated this shit like a label. It was business. You know what I'm saying? Business is business. Salute, plug. You already know. Yeah, man. Business is business. So I don't know, man. This cat J Hood, man. He's a funny character. And he wants to go after everybody that's talking about this shit. He even went after Lord Jamar. Like, yo, Lord Jamar being biased. He say he don't mess with me. Blah blah blah. It's not that. It's like your bars weren't that hype. They were mediocre at best. But you had some bars here and there where we're like, oh yeah, the young niggas on the come up. We want to hear more from you. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear how versatile your flow really was. Then you got into your little feelings as a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? Let these niggas get in your ear, and then you got caught up. That's the shit you don't do, man. That's the shit. You know what I'm saying? It separates the real from the fake. So math is over there instigating old beefs and all that, which is customary to a podcast like his, I guess, because he's trying to create controversy or bring some type of barbershop feel to the whole industry, I guess, or not. All these little controversial interviews he has and all that. But math, don't talk about the streets like you really in the streets like that. You ain't in the streets no more, homeboy. You making podcast money, battle rap. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really in the streets like that. And if you was, you wouldn't be asking all these crazy ass questions. Trying to do real niggas characters and shit like that. Trying to ask niggas what they gonna do if niggas get out and this and that and the other. Like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Is it really something to talk about? To me, that's just tarnishing these OGs of the game's images. For what? Just so it could boost up your little podcast. But that don't change how people view you, yo. People still peep game and see, oh man, this cat's kind of messy. All he's doing is on some bullshit. But he has a good podcast, so I'll tune in, give him the benefit of the doubt. But if you continue on these lines where it's like you just blurring the line between the streets and YouTube, then you gonna fuck around and fuck around and fuck around.